Good morning, everybody. Time for another shave review with Barrister and Mann's Tuesday. So this was a spring seasonal release from Barrister and Mann, and it's a two-note accord of Lavender and Violet, as you can see right here. This is in their glissant base. I just woke up, don't mind me. So it's in their glissant base, which here are the product ingredients right here, and which is quite full, can't tell. And so smell off the puck. Now this is one of the two soaps. I was debating getting this or the Tallow and Steel West Coast IPA. And I enjoyed the smell of this more. West Coast IPA I still enjoyed, but it was harder to get. It was unobtainium. So I went with the West Coast IPA. It cost quite a bit more than this. And when I went to go finally use it, there was immediate buyer's remorse. Not that it's a bad soap, it's not. It's a good soap. But I just didn't enjoy the scent as much as I thought I would. This, though, however, because it's just a two-note accord, Lavender and Violet, it just smells really good. I know what I'm going to get out of this. It's a good soap, especially to use on a Monday, even though it should be used on Tuesday, just tomorrow. Whatever, I didn't think about that. So what we're going to be using today is a Declaration Grooming B6 knot. This is or B5 knot, excuse me. This is a 26 millimeter. And for the razor today, we're using Ali's blade. This is a 7/8 Kamisori with a nasty little spike point on the front of it. All right. So, got my setup right here. Might as well go ahead and wet the sponge while I think about it. Otherwise, I'll forget it. All right. I did bloom the puck. Bloom water is poured in there. This is lightly shook out brush. So my luck with Barrister and Mann in the past is mixed. The first time I used Barrister and Mann was with samples. It didn't have the greatest luck. Wasn't until I got the full tub of Adagio that I started to realize how good the soap was. And to this day, I still haven't used a full puck of the Reserve line. I have used a sample of it. Lather everywhere. And I'm still not impressed with it, even though everybody raves that is a better soap base than the glissant. Eventually, I'll break down and get a tub of his Reserve. I'm kind of ruining not picking up a tub of the Sevilla in Reserve, but c'est la vie. Sorry, a lot of cleanup. There's lather one everywhere. All right. So Barrister and Mann's not the thirstiest of soaps in my experience. It can take on a little bit of water, but it's not as thirsty as some of the other newer artisan soap bases out there. To the point where I could very well maybe only need a squirt or two on this one. Not very much. The Katie's Bubbles that I used yesterday is a thirstier soap, in my opinion. Put 3 in there. That might be just enough. And so I'm already getting a little bit of the Lavender Violet scent off of the bowl up to my nose. Strength and scent off of the tub is about a 2.5 to 3. It's actually pretty strong to my nose. So mid-strong, medium to mid-strong. I can already tell it's probably an easy mid-strong. So 3.5 to 4 right now. Borderline strong. I do want to make one thing clear. This is a unisex fragrance. So this can be worn equally by men or women. If that's not something, and it is a floral, so if you're not a fan of florals, you're not going to be a fan of this scent. There we go. Ready to go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do my hot towel, and I'll be back for the shave. See you in a second, guys. Alrighty then. Let's get right into it. So Barrister and Mann's Glissant base, I've got it ranked higher than Sterling. It's not what I would say is an elite soap. It's not. It's a very good soap. It's tier 1 soap for me. You know, some people have had underwhelming experiences with it, and honestly, with my new critical eye, I wanted to go through and I wanted to give it and re-rank it, give it a new ranking, and see if, looking at it with a newly critical eye, especially with some of the more excellent soaps I've just recently tried, what my thoughts are and how it stacks up. So I'd give it a go. Okay, gotta be careful with this blade. It will reach out and nail you if you're not giving it the utmost respect. So right off the bat, slickness isn't as good as the Katie's Bubbles. Residual slickness isn't either. It's not bad. It's there. There is residual slickness. There is slickness. I mean, it is there. It's just not as good. As I experienced yesterday. Crush Noir. So some of you guys are saying how my new scoring system is a little complicated. I'm not going to disagree. But realistically, if you guys just wanted to get my feelings on whether or not the soap was worth my time. Good indications are the performance score and the enjoyment factor I gave it. Or if there's a specific quality that you're looking for in a soap. look at that. You know, there we go. No incidents yet with this blade. I'm feeling I can add a little bit more water to this. So I'm gonna see what I can do. see if I can increase the slickness at all over the next few passes. And then I'll be back in a second with my thoughts for the shave, the thoughts for the soap, and the review. All right, guys, see you in a second. All right, guys, had a really nice shave. There was a little bit of feedback from the alum, but that's from the razor. That razor is just a hard nut to crack. So we used Barrister and Mann's Tuesday, which is a Lavender and Violet 2-note accord. We're shaving with the ever dangerous Ali's blade, Kamisori. Yeah, just a wicked blade. The brush was the Declaration Grooming B5 26mm knot and the Wild West Brushworks handle. And then we followed up with fine lavender pour homme and some Paladin balm to carry the Penhaligon's Blenheim Bouquet, which is a citrus lavender type scent. Nice light scent. So all in all, good shave. So we're going to go through the scores real quick. Not going to take a lot of time to explain things. So first is loading. It gets 7 out of 10. Lathering is a 10 out of 10. It lathered up real quick. Once I got it loaded and started going at it, the lathering portion was relatively quick and easy. Water band, I gave it an 8 out of 10. It does give you some flexibility with how you like your lather. So I was able to continue adding water after in passes 2 and 3. So water band is actually pretty decent. Cushion and protection, it was about the same as yesterday. As Katie's Bubbles Cream, so it's about a 9 out of 10. Slickness, glide, and residual slickness is where it's going to take a big hit. Both of those are 7.5 out of 10. Stability, it's 10 out of 10. Wasn't going anywhere. Face feel, this actually felt nicer on the face than Katie's Bubbles. It was nice and creamy. It didn't quite have the silky feel that some of the Declaration Grooming or Holy Cows have. Post shave moisturizing was decent. It was about an 8 out of 10. So overall, for performance, it gets an 8.33 average. To give you a little, so Katie's Bubbles scored an 8.78. Now the enjoyment factor on this, I gave it a 0.8. I mean, it was good. I mean, I enjoyed it. The scent is pleasing. It didn't knock my socks off good, but I'm glad I made the purchase. So the overall, if you take in my preferences and everything, is a 6.66. Still good. And you're going to see a lot of soaps score lower than that. So that enjoyment factor comes into play big time when you start talking about how glad I am I made the purchase, or how glad I am I used the soap. So that's all I got for today, guys. You can find Barrister and Mann all over the place. So they can be found at their website, barristermann.com, as well as magardrazors.com, westcoastshaving.com, grumatorium.com, italianbarber.com, fenderhin.com, topofthechain.com if you're up in Canada. So yeah, check them out. Will makes a very, very good soap. Eventually I'm going to have to break down and get some of his reserve base in a full tub so I can check it out. I didn't have good luck in the sample. If you haven't checked us out at Shaving Cadre, come by, check us out, www.theshavingcadre.com. Would love to see you there, guys. All right, I'm Dagwoodz. Peace.